Just read the words on the page. All right, here we go. First poem. My permanent internship for the A Spoons. The band didn't want me until I proved my value. Overtime, barking, scratching, howling at their keyboards, singing in foreign unison. Let me go on. Zoomies all out of control. And I chilled out, sat down, wrote this song, caught an ear, just one, wrote another one, caught another ear, wrote an album, started another one. The first floor had cleared to listen in. They wanted to hear. Played a new edition. Crowd was rolling in. Everyone is whispering. More and more tunes followed. Channeling that pain from within, singing and howling and barking again and again and again. I found something. They could use it. Beneficial. Valuable. Finally, I broke free from this shit. A hill still high before me, climbing and seeking and searching. Serving. That little secret. Seeking to give that value. That's what Jimbo does. Easy to do's, harder to follow through. Until I made it through, playing and performing. So, find your value, keep it clean, work it. It can happen for you too. Listening to the vines in my cubicle. Pulling out the file on my rolls. Daily hustles, to-dos, expectations, what a win looks like. Today's high score, metrics for procedures, basics of standard intern protocol, keys to building properly, establishing great workstation habits, rules for long-term eating, classified company secrets. I set the timer on the coffee maker, enough to fuel 50. It's only 6 of us here, I think. I can't see over the barriers. I'm busy working and building, dreaming, replacing, fixing, entering. The smell of a typewriter warming up. Let me get a sip. Okay, here we go. The smell of a typewriter warming up. Mine is old school, but built when the first sports car was an everyday thing. But wow, watch it work. Smooth in the corrections after incorrect enterings. Rapid pace in production when you're too busy flying through paragraphs to care for limits. Imagination has the right of way, always. Then it's warm. It's like a hot toaster strudel that's first to eject from the toaster, and the insides are sizzling with that ooey gooey saturated combination that keeps you coming back again and again, especially after you've applied the icing, your fresh paper page. And then it's off to the tabletop races in a flow state, an appetite pleasing release of words and fiction and other literary things. Serving just what you're supposed to be doing. Ain't that mouth watering? When you forgot deodorant. Loud. Smell me through the plastic. Smell me coming before I get there. Smell me longer after I've gone. Make your eyes water. Make your nostrils sting. Set off your smoke alarms due to the smells of the herbal smoking. Loud. Keep your arms down. All that funk in the air, escaping with every motion. Motion. And you're just working. You can't smell your kind. A brand that's homemade is the best service you can acquire. Nowhere else to be found. All right, this next poem is entitled Scripts. It's a made-up version of improv for when you're working behind your desk as a customer service rep working from home and someone calls about their product, i.e. spoons, and you're pretending to be a sort of robotic answering machine and sending them off to random digits that lead into the infinite abyss of telecommunications. This poem is entitled Scripts. Here we go. All right, Scripts. Thank you for calling the Scripts. It is a lovely day for spoons. If you would like to speak to the scooping department, please press 1. For the plastics department, please press 2. For our party supplies department, please press 3. For silver spoons, please press 4. Golden spoon department, press 5. If you've bit your spoon, please press 6. For sporks, please press 7. For all other spoon inquiries, stay on the line for our first available spoon service specialist. Okay, this next poem is entitled Untitled for the Moment, 1:24 p.m. This was inspired when, right after lunch, starting to get a little sluggish, I guess. This was all internship, first day behind the tabletop. So again, entitled for the moment, 1:24 p.m. Walking onto the tabletop stage with a tune that sounds not from around here, like a gentle toe tapper one, the ones that never get played on the radio, but you're bound to discover them in some local reel or portrait, and it lifts you up nicely. A change in pace, a change in tempo, quite mesmerizing. It's delicate. Hits a home base you never knew existed, that one you truly needed. In the shuffle of life and ideas and trajectories of stories down so long ago, the hurdles you cannot touch, just attempt to hop over and adjust yourself according to that moment. Make your own self better because you must. In you trust. Okay, this next poem is from a random moment. I don't recall exactly where it's from. This poem is entitled Pies to the Face. Pies to the Face. Delicious. Spoon-fed and grass-led. Eat the paper, the foil, the fork, the contraption used to launch pies. Serve it all up this way. Your boy is hungry. And slap it fast and furiously. Make it perfect and serve it messy. Slather him up right. Cover everything. Make it happen. Go ahead now. Don't be shy. It's his job. He asked for it. Yeah. Okay, this next poem is dedicated to back when I was living out west in the mountains, and I was trying to put on a local public access television show, and there was a man on the sidewalk busking, playing his violin, and I thought about him randomly while I was working, and so I wrote this poem entitled Waiting Underneath a Green Light. This is entitled Waiting Underneath a Green Light. Blasting through the radio, the Black Keys, staring through the rear view at you, on the curb, just standing there, busking, singing, making all kinds of action. A scene, really, and this crowd gathers and gathers, downtown USA somewhere. Your private little civic center or convention theater. I'll never forget the one-man band, strings and songs within his hand, a melody in his heart, a superior spirit inside his soul. I hope this world is keeping you warm as it gets cold and colder and colder. My man! Plus his violin. Okay, it's only 9 minutes in on this album. All right. 9 minutes. Here we go. This next poem is entitled Little Sister. I met a lady friend who wasn't born a lady, nor was she a friend, but eventually became both, all in one. And this poem is entitled to her. This is entitled Little Sister. She was born a goy, had the hardware and all. Didn't matter, paid no mind. Sent those flowers, those candies, the full sins, a package of thrills, until it ended. Didn't fit the bill. It's cool, no harm in the ends. full experience and all the things that makes it worthy. Enjoy and take care of yourself. Okay, this next poem was inspired after who was it? It was what band? It was off of an album cover, but it was the idea was we got to a phone booth, just me and a fictional character. We got to a phone booth, put $100 on it, and it just malfunctions. And this is entitled $100 worth of photo booth credits. I hope I said photo booth earlier. That's what I meant. Not a phone booth, photo booth. $100 worth of photo booth credits. We broke the film strip. Or was it out of film entirely? Hard to say. But we're owed 40-something more photos. And from random strangers, too. Hey, let's take a picture. And one after another, we shared in the excitement. Spreading laughs and smiles, random poses, stances, the signs of peace, all wrinkles and creases. It was fantastic. And that's when the machine reel started barking, skipping in the moment. The receipt stopped spitting out our images. The lights flickered. The noises were growing tremendous. You broke it, you broke it. No, we didn't, I don't think. A raspy voice poked in. All right, let's have a look-see. And the large fingers covered in debris ruffled and shook and rattled the space. Nothing. All right, the Jimmy jig needs to be replaced. Get out, I gotta fix this. And that was it. My modeling career was over. I don't recall where this particular poem was inspired or came from, but it's a quick one entitled Songs That Are Played With You in Mind. Songs that are played with you in mind. And they hit you deep, spiritually. Only for you and you alone. To your funny spot where that weird lump sits next to your bone, like a stump that's been overgrown by wildlife. Hair and nails and tender spaces don't mind. Nature never cares. Just charge it to the melody. The song carries you along, along, along. It's strong. So damn strong. You never know until you let it all go. Just let it go. And wow, the look on your face. Surprised, shocked. Inspirations and motivations go beyond the beyond. Further, farther along than Hail Marys. Farther than your favorite fictionary. What a treat. Even more special on repeat. Lucky you, a song saved forever. That's it. Happens to me all of the time. Poem thumps upside my imagination, writing on the sides of my mind, tagging and spray painting over everything, shouting and screaming and kicking over props specifically placed in their optimal position, alarming the spirits within these wrists, rocking me all off balance. I'm all turned upside down, rearranged, head spinning and spinning and spinning. I could vomit, but my stomach is empty. Going for a rock star skinny. Yeah, we'll see. Until then, I'm cleaning off the mess from my creativity. Ideas and suggestions and things. Oh, the joys of artistry. Okay, here we go. Take 2 on. Okay, here we go. Waking to elephants banging, booming bass into my eardrums. Into your eardrums. Waking to elephants banging, booming bass into your eardrums. They brought the whole squad. Soul, funk, jazz, a splash amount of rock and roll, and some gospel for the all-sight spirit above, and wove their tunes into my backbones. The flooding spirits woke me immediately. Thick trunk horns assembled, Trumpet high as giraffes, poking and blowing. The bass section rocking the earth underneath me, and only me. Not the neighborhood, not the yard, not the street, just me. No lyrics required at all, just sounds, the beat, the soul flowing through their united energies, awakening me. Well in tune and so refined, loud. You feel it in the spirit before you know what to do. And it's there. Nothing to do but get up. Move, move, move. Break a feather or two. Slip into the good mood. Start the day strong. A blessing in the speaker. It's going to be a beautiful day. From them to you. All right, this next poem was inspired from being at the tabletop working and just thinking about all of the things I wanted right now in that moment when I wrote it. Pretty random stuff, some stuff off the wall, but just items and things that I felt in that moment at that time I felt would just make the afternoon just absolutely fantastic. This poem is entitled, What I Need Now. A nap. An ice cold beer. That drip drop shot of adrenaline. Grand slam poems. The muse on the butter. Jams never heard before. An artist advanced to further this hustle along with no problems. More iced beers. Another round of adrenaline. A feast that can keep me skinny. More tunes never heard before. A private dancing queen. Another nap. A feast awaken me and keeps me skinny. More first thing in the morning grand slam poems. Another round of beers. More tunes never heard before. Muse here. Inspiration. Motivation that continues overflowing. More feasts. Poems that always write a bass hit. A 40-leaf clover. Some privacy. Okay, next poem is inspired from, I believe, several comedians and a few musicians all at once. We'll just get into it. This is entitled Rough Template for a First Date. And you'll arrive via lift through resources I slide to you. Open and public place, well lit, cameras on that pretty face. My attention focused in the moment. A big bag of toys for later, just in case. Light drinks, whatever you wish. Slide my card, and you pay for it. That's teamwork. Now, I have to have some fun. You can drive my car. Just be fast on the highway, easy in the turns, and obey directions. Unless you find a gap, a shorty, or a fast lap path. Then the engine is all yours. But I want fun, all right? The comedian said the formula should be 20% intro, 40% fun, 25% entertainment, 10% exchanges, and the 5% should be that ingredient only us two can benefit, or something like this. Then by this time, I know you're getting hungry or thirsty or both. All right, let's ask. Do you have anything in mind you'd like to devour? And your answer determines my route and my path, agenda, and full follow through. We arrive. For this example, let's say you choose location 448. Perfect. We slide in. I don't care where we sit. Usually a spot to the wing, next to a festive scene, art, music, a stage. You can see the bar, that type of thing. Now the ordering. IDGAF. Following my man's Patrice. We're going to order 20 of everything if we have to, but you are going to eat. Yes, so order and eat. We'll get boxes if we have to and have fun. This is a low-key, off-the-clock interview. You can up and leave if you really want to. These are not mandatory moves. All right, the meals are had. I want to play or do something again. Adventure, music, art spot, hands-on experience in a city center, amusements, whatever. We have until 2. Follow my move.